Hi Internet. Making a quick video today just to give you an update on how things are working out with the new compact binder. I've also moved to the Chronodex system. If you're following me on Twitter or Tumblr or Instagram, you'll know I've been sort of playing around with different systems the last couple of weeks, and I'm fairly happy with where I am now, so it's working in conjunction with the new compact, which has been a nice sort of new change. I love this binder. This is actually a fairly accurate light for the yellow, orangey, solar yellow. It's a gorgeous color. Really, really gorgeous. I love the size of the compact. I love the feel of this leather. It's soft, but at the same time you're pretty sure it could take a decent beating. It's just yummy. Size-wise, compared to my personal, not a huge difference, but just enough that my little hands are grateful. So there's quite a bit off the side here, and a little bit off the top there. The main difference, of course, is just the ring size, which I was prepared for, and I had been paring down what I was carrying in my personal. All this actually shipped with the compact. So I was going to use it as a wallet, and I tried it for a couple of days. The problem is it's the vertical card holders, so everything bulks up here. I much prefer the horizontal 2 rows, so I just put in some post-it paper because it's one of those stupid big pockets that's, as Mother would say, neither use nor ornament. But I can actually keep in a lot more than I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to have to get rid of my pockets and some of my extra add-ons here, but I've managed to keep most of it together, which is great, and it's not even close to being over the rings here. I don't know if you can see that there. Whoop. Still got plenty of room. So I have my first pockets, new flyleaf, devoid of stickers, post-its, flags. That won't last long, but for now it has. I printed off myself a new cute contact page. Obviously I've covered it all the personal information, but you know, feel free to drop me a line. I printed off my new legend. The color system is what I use for the Chronodex. The flag system is what I use for just seeing specific pages using the Chronodex. So as you can see, I had a birthday here, I have a holiday coming up, something with the husband important, and then something important for me, which we'll get to in a minute. I also keep my dates to remember. I printed off really quickly and really badly, as you can see, a month on 2 pages, because using the Chronodex system, of course, I'm not seeing as much information in front of me. It's doing the trick, it's taking up some space, and I'm sort of very, very aware of my space at the moment. So when I was in Michael's the other day, I actually found this, because I cannot resist anything that has dogs and dress up. And it's monthly calendars that you just tear away and use as bookmarks. So what I'm going to do, I think, for next year, because they only had 2014, of course, is make a little pocket for it, so it just stays there, and I can highlight important days and reference this, but I won't need to necessarily keep all of this information. Right now I'm holding 30 days worth of the Chronodex, so I could probably fit more in there, no problem, and the first few pages are also single page, not double page, 2-sided, so it's all in a state of flux right now, but my organization usually is very fluid, and I'm always changing it. I mean, I'd looked at the Chronodex system and I wasn't sure I understood it properly, so then I tried the Spiraldex, which I think made everything click, and then that made me go back to the Chronodex system, because I actually like the different size blocks. So, I mean, I suppose I could have done that with the Spiraldex, but I actually quite like the Chronodex. So I tried a few different variations on the layout. Here, this was a larger one with 2x2 columns of lines, so I could do memo notes, to-do lists, all my little information. I did it on a single page because I was trying to use this for note-taking, and then after a few days I realized I wasn't using it, so I was going to go double page, and that made me think maybe multiples on one page, but I found that too crowded. So I went to this is pretty much my current layout here. So I started by enlarging, instead of 2 by 2 columns, it's 1 wide column, 2 smaller columns, so I can do text, important information, note taking, and then I can still have memo lists, to-do lists, and all my little bits and pieces here. So I went to 2 pages with that, and then I shrunk down the core a little more, just so as to have more room around it. And that's worked out quite well. I'm constantly playing with how I'm displaying my information, but that's the beauty of the system. It is very, very flexible. So that's where I am now. My post-its, I just keep the ones that are relevant for the day, I keep on my ruler. If the day ends and everything's taken care of, they just get put together for sort of diary reference. If not, they go on the ruler for the other side for the next day, because, you know, got to get it done. I tried a few extra details, like this one. I tried one where, oh, it doesn't have it on here. I did check marks, or check boxes, so I could do a to-do list here, and then my water intake I kept here. I found it was too rigid for what I was wanting. The whole point of the Chronodex and why it appealed to me is because it is so flexible and visual. And while I don't mind, this is my final layout, while I don't mind a little bit of uniformity, I wanted there to be that flexibility, and if I was having specific sections marked off for specific reasons, then I wasn't staying true to what I was aiming for, which was the flexibility of the layout. This is actually designed for double-sided printing on US letter. If anyone's interested, I can set up a download link for that. Because a lot of the stuff, of course, is for A4, which is terrible if you live in North America. So the Chronodex has worked out really, really well. I'm really, really happy with it. It's constantly changing with me, but at the same time, it's sort of staying the same. That makes no sense. It does in my brain. It's changing, but that's because I'm changing, so it's adapting with me, which I'm finding really nice. And that's kind of what I was looking for, and it's very visual, and I am a visual person, so I can see how I'm spending my time, or wasting my time, on a daily basis, which is nice. So yeah, I'm holding 30 days right now, so that's not bad. Oops, where's 30 days? 30 days, and some of those are on single page, so I could definitely hold more, especially if I lose the month on 2 pages. But I could definitely hold more. But all I'm doing is, like I said, is I'm using this flag system. So here is green, which is holiday. Here, green is holiday, so I know it's Labor Day coming up, and then I have a blue here, which is Aaron, my husband, and that's because it's our 16th wedding anniversary. Next week. Wow, okay. See? This is why I need an organizer. And then purple, which is me. That's because I'm hitting 3 months smoke-free on the 12th of this month. So, I don't have my regular dividers in here. As you can see, I just have 3 top tabs. This was a system I was starting to work on with the personal, so it would be easier when I moved in, and it has paid off. I have my home, my online, and my notes. Originally I had more, but I pared it down as I was playing with it. My home tab just contains my to-do lists, my shopping. I even managed to keep in my health page, well, health section, which I wasn't sure I was going to be able to. So I'm quite happy about that. Again, another envelope here. My online posts, videos, junk, passwords, they're tabs at the bottom. And my notes is also tabs at the bottom. And it's worked out really well. I'm really happy with how it's all coming together and how it's organized. I wouldn't say how organized it is, because I'm never perfectly organized, but I like the way it's working for me. I even managed to keep this in here, for goodness sake. So I added a few more post-its to the back, and I even managed to keep this pocket. I have such a problem with this pocket. I love this pocket. It has the larger pocket, business card size pocket, and then a full size on the other side. The problem is, I'm going to show you here, is it's so much taller than everything else. So if you have it at the front, you're going to be covering up all your tabs on the side if you use side tabs. suppose it would actually be really cool if you were using it in some kind of dashboard capacity, but I don't use a dashboard. I don't think I quite understand a dashboard. So it might be useful for that. For me, not so much. So I've just kept in some important stuff, some post-its, some stickers, some flags, some tape, my dog's surgeon's number because that's very important, and then a picture of my girl on the back because that's redundant. Not really seeing anything back here, so it's just a pretty surprise. And then of course the pocket that's absolutely no use, especially if you were using this as a wallet. So that's how I've got things set up. I'm fairly happy with it. I'm sure it will keep changing because I'm always changing, and how I see things and how I want to make a note things is always changing. But I'm really happy with the Chronodex system. I'm not going to even attempt to explain it to you. I've seen plenty of really great videos the last couple of weeks from people who go into a lot greater detail about how to use it. So I'm going to link to them in this at the bottom of this video, and I'll also link to Patrick's website where you can download the Chronodex system as well, because I'm a huge fan. If you're visual like me and you tend to sort of skip over a lot of stuff because it's just too many lines of text, this is great. It really is. It's a lot more, it draws your eye in a lot better, at least for me. So yeah, that's the Chronodex system. That's my organization, and that's my new Calypso binder, which I cannot say enough nice things about. I'm actually very curious to see what the A5 size in the Calypso is like, because I'm a huge fan of the Calypso and the feel of it, the colors available. It just smells nice. So that's the Calypso, and that is the true solar yellow, which is so hard to capture in a photograph. Okay, so bye.